Assalamu alaikum. Good day, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for being there at all time. If you are a new subscriber, you are welcome. Today's tutorial, I'll be explaining how I achieve a free gown with gather at the lower end and it has puff sleeves. Here I have 4 yards of fabrics, but because of the gather at the lower end, I'm envisaging that it might not be enough. That is why I keep by my side another 3 yards of different color of fabric so I can use it as combination. But if this one still, if this 4 yards is enough, no need to touch this one. So let's dive into the tutorial. The first thing I will do is to fold my fabric into the style is divided into 3 different parts. We have the upper part, which is folded like flea, and we have the lower part, which is gathered. So, and we have the sleeve, which is puff sleeve. So I'll fold my fabric now. You fold it at an angle, like a triangle, but not complete triangle. Just fold it a little bit like this. So based on the measurement, I have the measurement I'll be using now is the shoulder, the bust circumference, then half length and full length. So the half length is 34. That's the upper part. So you fold it this way. After folding it, look for a place where you can get your shoulder. My shoulder is 16. You divide the shoulder into 2. That gives you 8 inches. Note, whenever you fold like this, ensure it is straight. This part should be straight so that I can get accurate measurement. So this is me measuring the shoulder divided by 2. I have, okay, this is 8 inches for the shoulder. So I will extend the line. So from here now, I'll take my armhole length. My armhole length is your bust. You measure your bust, round circumference of your bust, divided by 6 and add 2 inches to it. So I have bust of 44 inches. Divide it by 6 plus 2. I have 9.5. So around this area, I will locate my chest line. So this line, you come here again to measure 8 so that it will rhyme with the shoulder line. So you have 8 inches. This is 8 for the shoulder. Then you bring the 8 here again and take your armhole length. This is it. So extend the line. This line serve as your chest line. So your chest, your bust divided by 4 plus allowance will give you the measurement of your bust. So this is 44 divided by 44 divided by 4. Then I had 1 inch for my allowance. So you now connect this armhole to this place. Then at this point, your armhole, we have 9.5. So come to the shoulder line here. We have something called 3/8 inches measurement. That's the standard. Measure your 3 inches, then you measure your 8 inches. So at the point, at the end of the 8 inches, we come down by 1 inch slant. So you slant the shoulder. That one varies. Some people come down by 1.5. Some people come by 0.75, but I prefer 1 inch. So this is your shoulder slant. And always remember to put your allowance on the shoulder slant. Half-inch allowance, half-inch, half-inch, so half-inch. So because by the time you stitch it, this is where you will stitch, and there's where you cut. So afterwards, from the slant line, you measure what you have and divide it into 2 this way. This is the half of the armhole. So on that particular half of armhole, you come in by half-inch. This is half-inch. This is your front armhole. You connect it to the armhole measurement that you have here. So we are done with this one. So now check your the half length. I explained to you that we have 2 different parts for the gown, and we have the sleeve. So the first part is 34 inches. Some people may like it to be 30 or 32, but I prefer it to be 34. So this is 34. This is 34. Then extend the line. Then from this bust part, gently connect it to the end of the upper part, and we are done with this one. You cut the front and use it to cut the back. Now I'm going to cut this one out. I have not measured my neck, so by the time I cut the back, because I'm using the front to cut the back side of the upper part, so after cutting the body of the back, then we can now measure, because the neck is both front and back neck are the same. Reason why I have not cut the neck. So let me cut the front first. I'll use this front to cut the back. So I've marked on the front line, and the second one is my back armhole. So you cut on the back armhole. Later you now trim out the front armhole. You can see another chalk here. That's the front. So I'm going to fold another fabric and place this one on top to achieve the back part of the. So I'm placing the front part of the dress on top of the folded fabric, which is the back. So I will now use the front one to trace the back. Now I have the front and the back for the upper part. Now I can now mark the neck. So I want both neck. So I'll use 5 inches for the width, both front and back. 5 inches. This is me marking the 5 inches. Note that both front and back parts are together. So this is 5 inches. Mark here 5 by 3.5. 3.5 for both front and back panel. So I'll curve it. It's my free hand. So now I can cut the neck. So then again, don't forget to trim the front armhole. This is the front armhole. Raise it up so that I will not mistakenly cut on the back armhole. So we cut on the chalked line. Now we have the front and we have the back. You can mark it so that you know the wrong side. I'm cutting on the wrong side of the fabric. Now the next thing now is want to cut the gathered or pleated part of it. How do I achieve that? You open your fabric. This is the front. This is the front. Measure what you have at the end like this. So measure it. When you measure it, we have 36 multiply by 2. The same thing goes for the back part. Measure what you have, 36. So you multiply this first one by 36 and you multiply the back one by 36. So 36 times 2. 36 times 2. You have 72. So for the lower part, the length that you need will be 72. Then you need the height. You have the length and the wideness. The wideness is 72. Or in two places, 72 for the front. I don't know whether you get what I'm trying to explain. When I measure the lower end, we have for the first one, the first upper part, this is front panel. I measure 36. You multiply it by 2 to cut out the gathered part at the lower end. So when you multiply this one by 2, I have 72. The same thing goes for the back part. You multiply by 2, you have 72. So you measure 72 in 2 places. So 72 for front and 72 for back. That is the wideness of the fabric. Then we are not talking of the height, that is the length. So the full length for the gown is 54, and we have measured 34 for the upper part. This is mathematics. So when you have 54 minus 34, you get 20. So it means for the lower part now, you are going to measure 72 wideness in 2 places by 20 in height. So I'm using this green color to combine with it. So you measure 72 by 20. That is the measurement we need for the lower part. So that's 2 yards. Now is it more than 2 yards? So let's measure together. This is 60. From the 60, continue 60. This is 70, 72. Here is your 72, and you need 2 pieces of that. So just notch it. This is 72. So you now fold it this way to get the height for the lower part. I've notched this. I've notched on the 72. So I want to check whether this one will give me 20. I've folded it into 2 already for both front and back panel. So I need 20 inches now. So this one is even more than 20 inches. This is 22. Anyway, we can leave it at 22. We use the remaining 2 inches to fold it at the hemline. So we can cut the lower part out. So I'm folding it together like this. Unfold like this. That's 72 in 2 places. And the wideness, this is where I notch. So now cut now. We divide it into 2 for both front part and back part of the cloth. So if you have watched my video to this point, kindly subscribe, tap the notification bell to be notified when I drop another video. So here is for the lower end. Now we are going to cut the sleeve. I'm using the same fabric for lower end for the sleeve. So the sleeve is puff sleeve. I'm going to cut both sleeves together. I fold the fabric into 2 now, then into 4, because I want to cut both sleeves together. My sleeve length. What's the length of this? I have 25. So I will use 16. So, okay, let me try and see this way. Okay. I cannot get 2 sleeves from this one because the sleeve is a bit wide. So I'll use part of this fabric for one sleeve, then this fabric for the second sleeve. It will still come out nice. So you tilt it, fold it a bit tilted like this. Then try to locate where you can get your cap's height. So here's the upper part. So I'll come down by 6 inches, 6 inches. That's my cap's height. So from here, I'll connect to this place and check if I can get my armhole length. My armhole length is 9.5 plus allowance. Okay, this is 9.5 plus allowance of 1 inch. So then come to the hemline here. What do I have? 15 here. It's still okay. 15 is still okay. So you connect like this. So you cut it. So the sleeve has elastic at the hemline here. That one will give it the puffy effect. Now let me just use the same thing, the same fabric for the sleeve. I will advise, if you want to sew this type of style, buy 6 yards to be on the safer side. Because so we have sleeves for both and now this is 2 sleeve. Then this your upper part, I need to cut facing to finish the neckline. So just fold into 2. Fold the the front and back into two. You're facing. Fold another fabric into two like this. Then place the neck on it. Ensure the folded side align together. Arrange it properly so that the folded side of the fabric and the facing will align. See it here. Then you can now mark it out. Mark the neck out. Then come to the shoulder, mark it. Then you remove your fabric. Now you now determine how wide you want the facing to be. I want it to be like 3 inches. This is 3 inches. Mark it. 3 inch. 3 inches you mark. So here, make it 3 inches as well. The shoulder part, 3 inches. Then you connect it together. You use this one to cut because the neck is the same. Both front and back neck are the same. So you can use the front neckline, neck facing, to cut the back facing. We are cutting the second one. This folded part must align together. So please remember to subscribe to my channel, tap the notification bell, and share my video. Please encourage me in this work. Thank you. So now we are done with the cutting of the gown. This is how the facing will be. You place it on the neck like this. And before you do that, here, if you have interlocking machine, just weave it. Or if you don't have, just fold it once. The lower part of the facing like this, fold it once and stitch on it. Then you now place it on the right side. This is the right side of your fabric. Right side facing right side like this. Stitch with half an inch round. Then you turn it to the other side. Then you've done your. So after doing that, this is your front and this is the back. You have your front, you have your back. Front, back. Let me just show how it will look. And here is your fabric to gather at the lower end. You just gather it, or you pleat. Anyone can gather, you can pleat. Anyone that is convenient for you. Look at it. Look at it. You gather it and ensure this lower end accommodates everything. Make sure it accommodates everything. Then afterwards, you put your sleeve. Put your sleeve. This is for the front. Sleeve for the front. the second sleeve here. See the sleeve. Put your sleeve. And you put your sleeve, then you fold the end of the sleeve. You create a channel for your elastic. Create a channel for your elastic. Then make a little puff here. Then you see how the dress will come out nicely. So I'll go and do that and show you later. Here is the final outcome of the dress. See how it turned out nice, gorgeous, and very free. Look at the elastic hand. Look at the down part. So free and comfortable to wear. So if you have found this video helpful, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and share my video. And if you have any comment, drop it at the comment section below. Thank you.